25th, sorry. So if we could really quick just do a Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Will you go ahead and do roll call?
Commissioner Ferguson,
Here.
Commissioner Michelle,
Here.
Commissioner Nesbitt,
Here.
Commissioner H. Wiley,
Here.
Commissioner L. Wiley,
Here.
Chair McLean.
Here. Thank you. For those who wish to speak tonight, please remember to address all comments and questions to the chair. Keep your comments brief and on point, and if you agree with the previous comment, simply indicate your agreement and move on. To expedite tonight's meeting, I will ask all of those who wish to testify to please stand and be sworn in. Thank you. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the whole truth before this commission? If so, say I do.
I do.
Thank you. You may be seated. Okay, first thing on our agenda is the consent agenda. So commissioners, I'll ask you to look over the minutes, and then again, if there's anything you want to pull out and discuss separately, we can do that.
Madam Chair,
Yes,
case 22-320-04, I'd like to have it pulled out, talk about.
you want to pull that one out and talk about it? Okay. Okay, so let's discuss the minutes, if anybody has any changes, or if they look good.
Madam Chair, I make a motion we approve the minutes or consent agenda.
Okay, motion to approve the minutes. Is there a second?
I second.
Thank you. And we're ready for a vote.
Commissioner Ferguson,
Yes.
Commissioner Michelle,
Yes.
Commissioner Nesbitt,
Yes.
Commissioner H. Wiley,
Yes.
Commissioner L. Wiley,
Yes.
Chair McLean.
Yes. Minutes have been approved. Next thing on the agenda then will be the case 22-320-04, final plat for Cargo Largo replat, a request by Dan Jensen for a final plat at 13900 East 35th Street.
Madam Chair, I've been having a problem with this plat for a while here. I don't know if it has anything, if anything can be done, but I'd like to postpone approval for this until we can get an answer from staff about the intersection of 35th and Nolan. They've told us before that there's something on here to fix 35th and Nolan because we got trucks that are going to be coming in and out of there, and the turn radius is not good on the southwest corner, and basically somebody's going to get hurt or killed there. I have watched trucks recently go in and out of there that there's pedestrians stand there, and that they're going to get hit by it. The person had to back up to keep from getting hit by the semi. You can also see where the semi marks are on the turn radius there on the street pole. So, and then we also going to have, nobody's considered 35th Street, Nolan Road. If they get more than two semis backed up there, they're going to be on Nolan Road, so then our traffic's going to get backed up. We did have a traffic survey done. Survey done said that there's going to be considerable increase, but they didn't know what to start it at. They never had a starting point. It's going to increase by, I can't remember now off the top
It
of my head.
wasn't extensive. We had an extensive traffic study that all of us read, all of us approved.
Right, yeah, I know you all approved it, but I'm saying, I don't think everybody realizes that how many more trucks or semis are going to be coming in there. There's going to be a lot of semis coming in there daily. Right now, they say, I think it was 30% increase, I think it was, and basically 30, but they didn't know what the starting point was. If it's 10, that's going to be 30 a day. That's going to be there, and we're going to have a whole lot more trucks in there. I'm just saying that radius needs to be fixed, and also Nolan Road needs to be fixed, because I've asked the staff about it, and nobody has anything. They said it was on there, but I have not seen anything in writing anywhere. I see where they're gonna fix 35th and Lane Court, where they're gonna fix 33rd and Nolan Road. Basically, tax money of like 1.7 million is gonna be done by the Nolan Road Improvement District, but I don't see anything where we've had anything fixed on this aspect,
Do you mean 39th Street or 35th?
35th. Because basically semis are gonna come up the 35th, turn in to go into Cargo Largo, just like what they do to go into Lipton area, well, not Lipton, Unilever. That's their in and out access point there. So, I mean, we've talked to council about it, they've talked to council members about it, but nobody's ever given me an answer yet. So I'm thinking, we need to get this fixed before it starts happening. That's where I'm saying. That's the only reason I have a problem with it. It's just, we're gonna get an increase of semis, and we don't have a fix for it yet. I just ask that it goes back to staff and see if they can come up with an answer to have this fixed, or if there is one.
Does anyone else have any other comments?
I don't remember that the trucks were going to come in and out of the 35th, by the old Cargo Largo. I thought that they were gonna come in the other way,
Other way from where?
Yeah,
from
Weatherby
39th
from the
Street.
back.
39th Street?
Or no, what is
Weth-
that?
Weatherby.
Weatherby,
Staff?
Weatherby?
uh-huh,
33rd.
And Weatherby also.
and Weatherby.
Yep.
That's what I thought traffic study was. I never knew about the going in on 35th.
Well, I mean, that's how the trucks go right now to Unilever's
Well,
30, yeah.
They do
I mean,
right
that's,
there now.
then basically, that needs to be addressed too. I mean, need to get that intersection fixed, but I'm saying, because it's gonna be more than just semis. We're gonna have trucks with trailers, people, when they come to pick up their parts and their winnings, basically, they're gonna have trailers that they'll come out of there. If they don't know that race, they're gonna be running over the edge, running over the sign, or running over people.
Staff, can you remind me of the traffic?
So when, and I don't recall the specific numbers or the percentages, but when this traffic study came through, the purpose of the 33rd Street or the new access point there's a preemptive signal.
Right.
So the purpose of the preemptive signal was to prevent people from getting stuck in that intersection in the event of a train crossing. That's the preemptive part of that signal. And so when they looked at the study, the 35th Street was one we can kind of consider it a little bit outside the scope of that project, because it's not just Cargo Largo that uses 35th Street.
Right, yeah.
And the bulk of their traffic, their new traffic, was intended to go down 35th Street through Weatherford, which is why they're putting the larger intersection on Weatherford as it enters kind of the back of their building, because that's where the majority of their truck traffic
Okay, wait a
is
minute, Rick,
intended
you
to
said
go.
35th. You mean 33rd or 35th?
33rd,
Okay, 33rd.
33rd.
Okay.
yeah,
Isn't 33rd the new one across from Truman?
yes.
I thought that was primarily going to be for public access, not for truck
No,
access.
that can't be, yeah, that's not
Well,
33rd.
it's wide enough for truck access. It's got the radius for it.
'Cause I remember having the conversation during the original case that public was intended to go on 33rd, the trucks were intended to go